Hi, this is Rach from Squarestylist. On this video, I'm going to share how to recreate this effect upon hovering any link on a Squarespace page. With this video, you'll see the step-by-step instructions. Our first step is here, step 0. We need to add this code to make our animation work, and we only need to do this once. So I'll copy this and paste it under custom CSS. So I started a new trial site on Squarespace using one of the Brian family of templates. I'm going to paste that and save. From there, I'm going to add any page. So add a page, any blank page or an index section. Name it accordingly, based on our Notion document. The next step is to add a Markdown block and assign a class name. So this is how the syntax will look on our Markdown block. I'll just copy this and add a Markdown block and paste that syntax. So basically, we're just assigning a name to our class. This element will have a class name titles, and we'll reference this as we style it under custom CSS. The menu title can be any word or number. This is based on your design. I'll apply that and save. Next is we need to style that class via custom CSS. So we need to make sure that the class name corresponds to the class that we reference on the custom CSS. In this case, it has to be titles. Again, the class name is any one word name that you assign. It can be menu, it can be title or titles, but just make sure you're using it consistently. So this will be the titles. I'll copy that and paste that under custom CSS. I'm pressing Command down arrow to make sure we're at the last line of our custom CSS panel, and I paste that. So it aligned our class to the center, and the font size we assigned to be 32 pixels, and I also assigned a bottom margin of 30 pixels. So this is flexible. We can make it 50 or 60 as needed, and save. All right, so our next step is to add type effect on hover. So on hover, I want our type or our menu name to be italic and to be red in color and to be a bit larger. So I need, again, to make sure it's dot titles, and I need to add this hover status in this class. I'll copy and paste. So if I hover, you'll see it became larger. All of these properties have been applied upon hover. So I'm going to save that. And then the next step is we need to add the image on hover using a pseudo element. I'm gonna give an overview of that here. So again, we need to make sure that the class name is consistent. It has to be dot titles, and we only want this pseudo element to appear upon hover. So this will be the syntax: dot titles colon hover colon before, and we need to add an object which will be the image that we want to appear upon hover. I'll copy this and paste. So nothing's happening yet because we haven't assigned any image to appear on hover. So we need to replace this placeholder with a link to our image. So you can add any image or any graphics, I'm going to add something from here. So just upload that via. Okay, so we'll need to pull the link by clicking this image. So that will automatically pull the link up here. So now when we hover upon the title, the image appears. And the animation is applied accordingly because of these lines in our code. The only properties that I change usually are these: the width, the which refers to the width and the position. So if I want it to be a bit larger, I can make the width around 30% of the viewport width, or the height to be 40, so that will make the image larger. If I want to move it to the left, we can make the position around 5 of the viewport width. We can also have a negative position, so that will be -5. I think that will look better. So these are variables, so you can just change as needed based on the image size and the screen. So I'm going to save that. So we're done with the first menu. We just need to repeat steps 1 to 4 to add the rest of the menu. So I'm going to demonstrate how to add the next one. Just add a Markdown block, but make sure we create another class name. So in this case, we can use the titles2. Titles2 is the class name. I'll copy this and paste that here. We can have a new title, maybe name goes here. So just make sure we take note of the class name and then apply. And then we just need to apply the rest of the code to this class, to this new class name. So this should be titles2, copy. And then apply. So we just need to do step 3 and 4 using the new class name. That's the titles2. The titles2. I'll copy both of these codes. And here. So again, we don't have any image yet when we hover onto the second menu name because we need to add a new object. So in this case, I'll just add the same image, but you can upload any other images. So, and in this case, maybe we want this to be to the right of the menu name. So maybe the position would be 30 or 40 or even 50. All right, so that looks good. If you have any questions, just let me know. You can email me via rach@squarestylist.com.